All right, guys, shuffle up and deal. Let's get it on.
And we got like an interesting spot coming up because I imagine Bert Stevens is going to open and Guillaume here. He's got on the button 2 7s with this stack size. Probably will see him try to see a flop. He's got 34 big blinds. I think it's enough.
Yeah. Is that Alexei Barkov is in the big blind. And I think he's got a pretty aggressive reputation. So you hate, I think, to call too often because you do open the door for Alexei to make a play.
Spot because I would feel that he would think, well, he just folds Queen Jack straight up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. And a set of sevens for our previous champ.
Bert Stevens
Nice
is
one.
absolutely nothing, right? Like, yeah, he's got 2 overs to the board, but wrong suits on the flop. 3 spades. Neither player holds a spade, but obviously a flop that you love to see.
Wow, he just checked back that set. I'm not too in love with that play, but I've seen him take some more passive lines in some spot.
I mean, let's go back many weeks. Okay, the king of spades rolls off on the river, but I think it's going to slow down the action, right? There's no need for Bert Stevens to get out of line. I don't think
go
that
check a lot.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. Check. Set of 7 should be good here. Guillaume Nollet was the player, though, that busted in the very first hand with queens a long time ago, didn't he? Against
Yeah, I
the
remember.
9-8 suited or 7-8 suited, whatever it was.
Yep, and you got to remember in that tournament he came in top 3 stack, I believe, and he somehow went out first because he decided to play queen slowly, kind of with because of the ICM. I think it's very clear he understands ICM very well, but he takes it really far sometimes, and with the 2 7s there. Yeah, like is some guy chip leader really just check raising the flop on the monotone board? Oftentimes they're just betting themselves, like I would hate to let like some random spade get a free turn.
Yep. Damian Salas makes the call here from the big blind and flops the open ender against the ace queen of our short stack, Adrian Mateus. Probably the most committed player in the high roller super millions in Nuko. He hasn't missed a week. You gotta love it.
I don't know much about how Damian Salas plays, but he's a tricky player because this is not a standard line for a lot of guys. A lot of guys would just check as a pre-flop as the big blind. He's just betting out. And I think he's got Mateos confused.
Yeah. Makes the call. Okay. I think that's a turn that you don't hate to see if you're Adrian Mateus, right? Like, yeah, sure, he could have it, but it's more likely that he doesn't have it.
If it came any other card, I think Damian Salas probably consider barreling again. But he's going to barrel again anyways. Half of the pot. He came here guns blazing. Okay, I guess this guy just did win the main event, right? Like, so he can do whatever he wants.
There's actually a very fun little variation tonight about the amount of times that people bought into the event to make it to this final table. Damian Salas, 2 entries. Good call there by Adrian Mateus, by the way, with the ace high. The jack of clubs rolls off on the river.
He let the flop. Who leads the flop of a 6? Oh my God, he's going to do it. This is amazing hand. We just started. Wow, Mateos is probably thinking, did this guy really go for the triple? But a lot of times they go for 1 stab, 2 stab, and ace, queens, he's called. But now he's putting the maximum pressure here. I'm telling you, this line does not make any sense, but I don't know if Mateos knows that. He folds. Main event champ.
Bert Stevens could open up 7s here. Arseny Malinov has pocket 8s, but look on the left side too. Lrslzk has a 7. Adrian Mateus has a 7. It's going to be hard to flop a set here, Nanonoko.
It's going to be very hard for Bert Stevens to win this hand. I'm not sure if he wants to just open rip this hand. Maybe he will, but yeah, I think the reason he's still ripping this many big blinds is because he knows Bert Stevens will still open pretty wide, so his fold equity goes way up.
If Bert Stevens makes the call here, which he doesn't have to, and he doesn't, I like that actually, because it's a bit similar to the Ole Shemyon, but it's just like, I understand it sucks to fold and maybe you're flipping, but there's always that chance that you're completely dominated. And that's actually a massive fold. So I really like that fold coming out of Bert Stevens.
Not just dominate, but pop just drawing dead pre-flop, right? 2 7s dead. Like I actually don't know what the odds are of the 7s actually winning that hand anymore.
Look at Guillaume Nollet. He's had enough of Damien Sellers. Damien Sellers following the rules of Ben CB and opening things up with the powerhouse that is King 6 suited. But Guillaume Nollet is having none of it.
To see how it potentially affects him. But here he's got King 6 suited. He's really taking his time.
I think he's wondering whether or not Guillaume would call like a massive 4-bet or even on all-in. Oh, and
my
he does
God.
it. But it's very tiny, though. I don't know if you would...
It's going to work. It's
Yeah?
going to work. It's going to work. It's Guillaume Nollet. You think he's just going to go blasting away with ace-jack?
No, I guess not. And he does make the fold. Damien Solis takes it down.
So did this interview of Damien Solis that someone did on him, saying he's not a professional poker player, he thinks everyone's better than him that was at that final table, whatever, like, it's a joke, right? He's a meme because, like, this guy is clearly some sicko. Like, look at it. He's 4-betting King 6 suit. He's leading into someone in bet jamming. Like, and we've barely even started the show.
Adrian Mateus is getting it all in here with the 9s, and that will force Lrslzk to make the fold with the Jack 10 suited.
Pretty sick.
Darren Elias is going to open things up here with the Jacks.
Ooh.
A little bit scared for Mr. Dimius. He may feel that this is the moment where he should make a play. Getting ace-jack in the cutoff, but he folds instead. Okay.
He might 3-bet this hand. A lot of guys, they see ace-5 suited, and that's the choice they always go for when they 3-bet. They call with the ace-4, ace-3, ace-2, ace-5 suited. It just seems to always get 3-bet based on solver ranges.
Yeah.
I'd be shipping this one in and just be like, if you got it, you got it. If you got ace-king, I'm slightly ahead anyways.
Yeah. It's like I actually took a picture as well of the guys who finished anything from like 10th till 19th. Rune F had another deep run with only 2 entries, but makes a small profit. Limitless with the single bullet, finishing top 12 this time. So close. Other than the Justin Bonomo bubbling the final table this week with 7.
These two guys are battling out again, huh?
I mean, he is ahead. Not anymore. And that's actually a very bad turn, right? My goodness. He may actually think that's a decent turn, but this is a disastrous turn for Guillaume Nollet. Arguably the worst turn that he could have possibly had.
Damien's got the flush. What to bet? I think...
Small. 180. Yeah, 190.
You guys are on point. You and Damien Solis connecting here, huh? All right, I see it. Perfect bet size. I like the bet size because if his opponent has an ace, he's not going to fold anyways. But you want to target the kings, right? You don't want the king to hero fold. So by betting this kind of size, and you kind of get the best of both worlds, both the ace and the kings to come along.
Man, I feel for Guillaume Nollet. Wow, what a fold! What a fold, mate! Holy hell!
Especially with like they've already been going at it.
Hold. No, go hold. This is actually really bad for Alexei Barkov. Ace queen. He's opening things up. Lrslzk has ace king suited.
Ace queen can be gone if he just he's not gone on this one.
No, not for that price.
Maybe he calls instead of jamming. Come on.
I mean, he's like, whatever happens, happens. I cannot go out in 9th place. He's like, I fired 6 bullets. I need a min cash of 66K. Normally you think like, I've got ace queen. I've got the back door. We always talk about the back doors. He's got all of them. Maybe a beautiful 10 of hearts rolls off on the turn, and it's not all that bad. At this point, it's impossible for him to win the hand, but he may still think his hand is not that bad. Super dead. Obviously. Oh, that's a sneaky check on that turn. With basically having the nuts. I know there is a straight flush on the board, guys, but nobody cares. What will Alexei Barkov do on this river?
I mean, he could punt it off and just rip it in, and it won't work. Just thinking about it, a big bet going in. Took the bait.
That was a perfect check by Lrslzk on the turn, and even though the board did pair on the river, with the way that this hand played out, he's obviously not very worse. Like, if you have pocket jack somehow, some way, take it, mate. It's all yours. Good luck with it. Alexei will make the fold for the last additional 400K. Bert Stevens hitting us with the so confusing. Fantastic hand for Lrslzk, man.
Yeah, very, very nice spot. Wow, he's got 2.8 million. Okay, nice. And I
Yep.
think you said you put a little bit of fun money on him, so that's cool to
Mm-hmm.
see. Good for you. Mateos, ace jack suited. I think he's going to rip it in. Yeah, how can you not? This is a slam dunk jam. What? Slam dunk fold of ace jack suited? What was
Uh,
that?
I
Seems
think
like against this opponent, it'd be more likely a shove, right? It isn't open in the call, but the calls are, they oftentimes are these little middling pocket pairs. I guess he was thinking, look, Alexei just punted some stack. Maybe he's going to bust soon. He's coming into big blinds. I
yeah.
don't know. Anyways, it's Jack 10, trip jacks for our preflop raiser, and Guillaume's got the open in the straight draw from the big blind. 2 sixes are dead.
He checks it.
Oh,
Look
this
at
is
that. Bert
sneaky.
Stevens checking the trip tens. I think that we have a three-way all in.
Yeah, that'd be bad. A jack would be terrible. So surprise. The funny thing is, Bert Stevens somehow won the least amount of chips with his hand.
Yeah.
If he had bet on some street, he might have got some action from someone. Most likely, the flop
The
would be the best
7-9,
spot.
come on. There's no way that 7-9 folds if you flop an open ender. And even if you have sixes, and the flop is like 10-10-8, you're like, well, there is a chance that the sixes are good. Maybe if it's just 100k chips. And why sometimes make it more complicated than it has to be? If he has a hand that he wants to call with, go ahead and call. 10-8 suited can flop pretty good. And like 99% of the time, they're going to just fold anyway. I feel fireworks this hand, Nanonoko. Like ace queen is gonna raise, threes is gonna call, deuces is gonna call, someone's gonna flop a set.
Ace queen. Stop your story. Ace queen just limped. All right, it's a
That's
different
weird.
hand. Well,
Now we're gonna play a family pot. Like, can everyone just call? Yeah, Lrslzk is like, what is happening here? This is amazing, Nanonoko. I love it.
It's strange in a sense because he's the chip leader, so he gets a lot of folds pre-flop in general. But David Sauce is here to mix it up. He's really mixing it up very, very well. He's trying to bait someone into making a play at him. Doesn't work. And he still has the best hand.
He does still have the best hand, but Bart Stevens makes bottom pair, has a couple backdoors. This is just weird, man. How many times do you think in 36 weeks of the final table or High Roller Super Millions final table have we seen a 5-handed pot?
No, we haven't.
I don't think we have. Unfortunately, it wasn't the fireworks that I was expecting. The password for the next free roll is super with a capital S. So super as in the Super Millions.
Oh no, you did not do this to the main event champ. Top pair versus the set. You were saying it. Finish man, Lrslzk, running hot. Well, not really running hot. He's just scary to have a lot of chips. He's going to get more chips here.
Yep. Gonna bet. Maybe he calls once. We're gonna get a couple extra chippies. You've got all the backdoors too. Diamonds are live. Broadways are live. I do believe this is where we actually have a little technical difficulty, guys. And now we got to do it online. And we're still going to do our best, but it's obviously not the same, right? Just like when big poker events and all that stuff. But the timing sucks because I really wanted to see what happens in that hand. Like, we may come back.
But, so far at the final table, you said you expected things to be slow. They've been pretty spicy, but no one is busted, right? Like, that's what we expect. We don't really expect anyone to bust.
As Adrian Mateos is actually going all in here, but we can't see the whole cards. No. It's a 3-bet all in. What has he got? This is the heads up challenge right now. We got to guess.
Oh shit! They've got us. They've got us here. They realize. Well, Barkov folded ace queen. Oh, I think he was sitting out maybe or something. He's not the guy who blasted away against Malagno, right? You said it was Kotenikov. So
yeah,
I got tricks. This is the one that plays chess. The one like Borgov.
Yep.
In the
exactly.
Queen's Gambit.
Yeah. We have been creating some very silly memes over the week, or at least make very weird references for ourselves, but.
Bert Stevens will probably continue. Look at this Damien Sauces. He's really gunning for these pros. Look at that check on the flop. Is sneaky. Now his opponent turns a flush draw. Well, I mean, definitely some action's got to go in on the turn, I imagine. Here's the bet. That's the feeling you got. You got the 8 of clubs coming in.
Oh,
Nope, it's
well,
bad news.
feeling was totally off. Bert Stevens does make the flush, and this is the first time tonight that I feel that the girafganger actually finds himself in a very good position in one of these spots.
Yeah, I think Damien might still bet and just look at this block bet. It's 156,000 into 855,000. We know Bart Stevens going to raise this.
Yep.
You invite raises so often, and a lot of times they are bluff raises. Obviously, value would still raise. You might feel obligated to call off here.
Yep. Defends the big blind and then just folds immediately to a c-bet when he flops a pair and backdoors, right?
Yeah, I guess the question is how much would he potentially lose in his hand and in what way? He does
Wow,
make the
he
fold, so he
folds.
actually lost the min. Well done.
Here we are, confused about the hand, but he just played it like a genius, Nanonoko. All right, are we playing ace-jack suited, yes or no?
No. I bet
Not a
my roll on
chance?
it. I bet my roll on it. There's no chance. There's no chance.
All right, Nanonoko's roll is on the line. Ace-jack suited. Folds,
Yeah,
well
there's
done.
no chance.
Good fold, by the way, against ace-king.
He's making some good folds and some tight folds, but he's got 4%
Yeah.
VPIP. He's got nowhere to hide. Everyone at the table knows he's playing tight. It's like you just need the clips cut out, right? You don't want to see the collection of folds. You just want to see the individual folds. Like, wow, he folded 2 kings and he had 2 aces. What amazing.
I don't believe he's going to fold kings.
Oh, this is a double spot for Guillaume. He's got the ace queen. Bert Stevens,
Well,
I think he's committed, right? Like, well, let's see. So Guillaume's thinking about it. I mean, what Guillaume's thinking about is, yeah, does he have to just jam? He is going to jam.
How many 9s is Bert Stevens going to flop after Nanonoko?
Okay, come on. It's not coming. It's more likely a 3 or 8 if he doesn't win this pot.
Yep. A 3 or an 8 to chop it, and oh, that's an oh my god, Nanonoko, you are disgusting. Wow, 4. Oh my goodness, poor Guillaume Nolet. Mate, you gotta stop this. You are terrible. That is absolutely unbelievable.
It's a little bit interesting. I use the word interesting. I was gonna say funny, but it's a little funny because he did it before. Guillaume came in as a good stack and busted out first before everyone. Doesn't matter what his chip stack is. And look at,
I mean, there's not much he can do about it there. He played the hand perfectly fine. Like, he raises, he gets it all in, he's way ahead. He's ahead until the river, and then you see all the pips. And at that point, it was always going to be bad, right? Like an 8, a 9, like both would be terrible. Yeah.
But I mean, it's awful. Okay, Bert Stevens with the new chips from Guillaume Nola.
I mean, this is still a scary bet, though, right? Obviously, I don't think Lrslzk is going to fold here. Makes the call, makes strip threes. Wow. Lars is running good.
I'm trying to muscle my way through. I don't know what I'm doing, but I hope he just folds. There's a chance Bert Stevens just dusts off another like 1.2, 1.3 million. Trying to represent Ace King.
Oh my god. That's actually still just an easy call, even though it's just strips. Well done by Lrslzk. Bert Stevens just lost millions of chips. This could be an all-in by Alexei Barkov, and then it's absolutely going to get called by Damien Salas.
With King 7 suited. He's got 4 big blinds. No one else has got a stack. No, you should use my last hand.
No, you don't, because if you say it's your last hand, you're going to bust.
All right, here we
Just
go.
a call, but obviously Bert Stevens gets out of the way. Both players have clubs. Can King 7 get there? Not a bad flop. We pick up some extra outs. A 4 is good too. King 7 or a 4, Nanonoko? Nope. Too many pips.
That's not it.
GG. Alexei Barkov will get eliminated in 8th place. Does make a 6K profit over his Sunday and Tuesday evenings. So, Dimius, I think he's going to play a hand, Nanonoko. We have been waiting for this for over an hour. But the Ace King, we got to play the Ace King, right?
Yeah, especially when you're short a stack. And this is actually the best action for him, right? It's a raise, a smooth call. Maybe someone else comes along too. He's going to pick up a lot of chips here.
Or
he gets called by the 2 4s because there's too much in there. Pocket
and
fours always what?
always
What is
make
it?
a set. Here we go. No. I guess
Wow.
because Darren Elias calls, I don't think that Lrslzk could ever call.
Shove coming. So,
What if
and
he
there's a lot
what if
of
he just
a lot
calls?
of just go. You see a flop here? Nah.
Yeah. All right. Well, Damian Salas is gonna get out of the way with his King 7 suited. But okay, Lrslzk does not watch.
Wow. So Demius actually picked up 6 big blinds there, and the antes. It's a lot for no showdown. Just you deserve it. When you haven't played a hand, you should not be getting called by garbage.
No, that's
Right?
true.
Like you
To be
shouldn't.
honest, I feel like you need Jacks Plus to call this guy, that's for sure. So, like, that is great. Wow, what a flop for Damian Salas. My goodness.
Yeah, that's a pretty. I like your meta though. You're like, just do like 1 or 2 light shoves right now while no one knows, and then go back to being a big nit. I think that would be pretty smart. I can't predict what this guy would do. You on check call, check raise. He's got some different moves. It turns the ace though. Wow, that's it.
Yeah.
It's really hard for the ace 4 to win that on that flop. Really
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah, especially because he doesn't have the ace of diamonds, so he legitimately had 2 outs there to win this. To win this, but goes check check, and the ace somehow holds. That is unbelievable that Darren Elias is going to win this hand.
Yeah, pretty sick. With the 10-8, it's definitely worthy of just checking down. Probably just fold to a river bet. But you can see he's thinking about it. Is it worthy of a bet? He does think it is.
Makes a very tiny bet. I think you just gotta let it go. You can't be focusing on how good the flop was. You gotta see what you have at the river, and it's just not good enough to make that call. And we can commentate together live from one of the commentary booths there. That'd be super fun. That's my dream, Nananoka.
It'd be real cool. It'd be real cool. No, I think your real dream is to get on Doug Polk's Counter-Strike team. That's what I feel.
No, I don't like Counter-Strike. I do not like Counter-Strike, mate.
Demius opened a hand 2 sevens. He get ripped on by nice. Yeah, and Damon, he folded 8-7 offsuit to Arsini because he hasn't played a hand. What, ace king, ace queen? Is this the Demius stream? He's not in the hand, but he's loving life in this spot. I'll tell you that.
Yep.
These guys have to get it in.
Mm-hmm. Especially because Darren Elias also has a king. So there is a chance that if we get a queen, the queen could hold. And it doesn't really matter who wins for Demius, right? Like, obviously, ideally, you see Arsini winning because then you get the guaranteed pay jump. But if Adrian wins, well, then Arsini has like 200K left. Arsini needs running out.
Yep. Here's the jam.
Be pretty insane fold. Wow, he makes the fold. Okay. I mean, really good fold, but on the other hand, it's like, oh, why are we 3-betting it then, right?
Exactly. And we've seen Matios actually open with 12 big blinds, ace-3 suited, I believe, under the gun. So
Demius, Nanonoko, he's really thinking about it.
Do it. Come on. You need to pick up some chips. Do it. Do it. Do it. They all got garbage. They can't play this. No, he folded. Ooh, that hurts me. Oh, he showed him the 4-3 offsuit because he knew that Demius wasn't sure what to do.
Ace Jack suited? Hey, this could be a big battle between Arsini and... Nah, I don't know. Will he play
It should be. I think it will be. But there's a chance there will be just because they're the 2 bottom stacks. Sometimes you're like, oh, I'll make the page up myself.
Yeah.
But
if nobody else can get it done, I'll do it myself. Hard work. Oh, he folds ace jack suited. Okay.
Okay, I figured it out. Demius he's treating this as a satellite. Because remember, in the satellite, you got to keep folding your way to the win, right? So every pay jump is like a new satellite tournament. You just got to outfold everyone. As long as someone busts before you, you win. This is Demius's game. Like, you know how like in satellites too, there's a guy that's jamming every hand, like, oh, you guys have to fold. Do you think Demius is that guy or the guy who got in with 0.5 big blinds and got a seat?
Damius is definitely the guy who would fold aces when it's like 3 spots away from the guaranteed 6 tickets. He's like, no, 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 I don't need to do it. He's like, I think I'm gonna make it. So sure, I'm a middling stack right now. It's not like I'm the overwhelming chip leader, but I think I can do it. This could be a big one between Bert Stevens and Arseny. I don't think Arseny would ever fold ace jack offsuit here.
He's jamming this.
Yeah.
He's jamming this. Is Bert got a side call this? Let's see. Yep, he
Well,
does.
Before the air even left his mouth, mate. He's like, all right, we call. Wow, Broadway immediately. All right. Oh, are we going to chop it up?
He could lose the hand if a king or 6 rolls off, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that's it. That's not possible. It's a club.
Yeah, we couldn't chop, obviously. Well, that is it. Bert Stevens is now not the shortest stack, Nananoka, but the second shortest stack of the remaining 7 players. I have the feeling that Dimius would open up, Nano, if he makes the guaranteed top 7 or top 6. Because then it's a 6-digit score for him, 111,000. And I think from that point on, he's willing to send it.
There's almost no chance that Bert Stevens does not get it in before, like at some point at risk. Wow. Crazy. It has gotten Bert ever since the hand, like Bert Stevens timing or something's been going on for him.
Nananoka, look at this. Arseny is a new man. He's got some chips. He's like, damn you, Nananoka and Roddy. How dare you put me in the same category as Dimius? I am.
But it was because it was the final table betting, right? Like some people, there wasn't many people, but there was some, and they put money on him and got those crazy odds, and he ended up shipping. Okay, ace queen versus ace queen. Dimius reshove ace queen. Chip leader open. Seems like a slam dunk to me.
It should be, but obviously Adrian and Bert are a lot shorter than he is, Nananoka. They've got 400k less than him. Do you know how many blinds it is? Like 5. Man. That's 5 orbits, okay?
But maybe he's got some. Oh, look at this. He's going to 3-bet. I like it. But what's going to happen here? I don't actually know. I don't know. What's ace queen going to... It looks strong, man. This looks strong, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course. It looks super strong. But I also don't think that...
he still jamming. Ships it in. Punish him for it. Like, sure, it's different. Hey, who cares about different? 2 queens. King queen is going to shove. Dimius going to get a page up. No, king dead.
I mean, we discussed this scenario before, but there's no way, right? Yeah, okay. He goes for it. Queens against king queen. Damian Salas has indeed a king. This is going to be a very difficult one for Bert Stevens to win. Does have 2 live suits. Oh, there's the queen. Well, run straight. Nope, that's it. I mean, he's not out yet, Nananoka, but that's pretty much it. Dimius is back to 1.8 million. Let's see if he can maintain that chip stack. And he basically has his 6-figure score guaranteed at this point. Well, that's a pretty good hand to get when you're forced to be all in, right? Queen 10 suited.
It is something. Yeah, just been a bad run for Bert Stevens, really. He came in as a chip leader, but I don't know if he's going to be able to come back from this one. Definitely not that flop.
Needs a queen or 10. That's it. Bert Stevens is eliminated in 7th place. That's a really unfortunate run for him tonight. Lost a lot of chips. That Jack-7 hand is really kind of what did it, though, right? Up to that point, it wasn't that bad. It maybe wasn't going great, but it wasn't that bad. Just blasted an insane amount of chips off with Jack-7. At that point, it was basically the Lrslzk show. The best seat in the house became the worst seat in the house as well, because then you have Lrslzk on your left with an insane amount of chips. Yeah, good luck playing that.
Yeah, wow. Ace King just smooth calls the button, trying to trap Mateos. Doesn't work, but his opponent actually does get a piece, because if he had re-raised, yeah. Bert Stevens, like you said, the Jack-7 blast off.
It's one of these hands in a no-call. Sometimes you look like a hero, and sometimes it backfires.
2 queens. And he's actually on pace to get another page on piece. Look at Mateos.
A king would be absolutely, well, I mean, it would still be 4-2 straight. I think we just gotta let this one go. If you're us,
nice
he does let it go. Yep, solid. And a king and a queen, Anna. There are around 3 hands that you beat. This could be it for Adrian Mateos. He could be in a lot of trouble here. Ace 10 suited looks very pretty against the chip leader. I mean, this for me would be a snap jam, and I think Adrian Mateos will also jam.
Yep, here we go.
Nothing he can do. Makes perfect sense. I think it's absolutely the correct play. Just a bit of a setup. He needs diamonds or a 10. No luck yet. No diamonds. A 10 and a 10 only, Nanonoko. Can we get a lot of pips at least for a little bit of excitement? Nope, that's not enough pips. GG Adrian Mateos. He will be eliminated in 6th place, which means we are down to 5. The rich get richer. But for the last 7 orbits, Lrslzk has been raising the big blind of Dimius. Like legitimately 7 or at one point it was Bert Stevens. Then he put in the 3-bet, right? He's like, I see what you're doing, Bert Stevens, but I like this play. This is going to be my play. And he's been getting away with this, Nanonoko, for like 6 or 7 orbits in a row.
Really what it is they're scared that he might pick up a hand because of his 9 million chips. These guys understand ICM way too much. Look at this King 4 offsuit. Now, Damien Salas is really going for it. Like, I'm telling you, this amateur or whatever you want to call him is a sick crusher. Okay, yes, he's won the WC hybrid event. But I see why he did. He's a really good grinder. Like, and he's not a grinder that waits solid hands only. He chooses his spots perfectly. Like, he will.
Because this is easy. There's no decision. Like, it's just all in. I wonder what Darren Elias does. I think he will fold, right? Against Dimius.
He should fold against Dimius, but he made that, I want to say, stupid call.
7-5.
Like and you want position on people who would play back at you. So he's got position on Damien Salas, who we know is quite feisty.
This could be a big hand.
Mario.
This could be a big hand.
Could be.
And Arseny has ace-5 offsuit. Obviously not a monster, but against the chip leader who's playing pretty crazy. Yeah. Oh, God. No, come on. It's too easy.
And he's betting out, and I think he's going to get called by a hand drawing dead. He's going to get his opponent.
Oh my God.
Raise.
It's ridiculous.
This is terrible. That is a bad turn card because maybe his opponent thinks he can represent a flush or because he's got a straight draw. Like,
and I think he's going to bet big, Nanonoko. Like, oh, wow. Okay, that's a good river card because I think this should save Arseny. Very good check back on the turn. Yeah, once in a blue moon you get bluffed here, but just let it go. No. He goes all in. That's it. That's the end of Arseny Molino. I mean, he could represent the straight flush, right? But come on.
That's what he's trying to do. 4, 5, 6. No.
That makes the call, and that is the end of Arseny Malinov. Maybe repping the straight flush there or the ace-high flush, whatever it was. But he didn't have anything.
Before we finish that, hold on. King, queen suited. He's got a decision here.
Come on, mate.
He might call. I don't know, actually. He is going to fold, though. It's okay. He got another page up.
Let's not forget Darren Elias, one of the only 3 people to win this tournament twice. This could be indeed a very big hand. Ace-queen offsuit and ace-10 suited in the small blind.
With this stack size on the button, I think the ace-10 suited is a call, and it is.
And it is a call. Dimia's in really good shape to get up to 2.2 million.
Oh,
that is a scary flop. That is a very scary flop. He's still good. Just needs to avoid a queen or a heart. And that's a heart. That's bad. That's it. It's over. Oh, man, that's pretty brutal for the man who satellited his way into the tournament from $1,000. Would be cool.
I would love to see it too. Yeah, so everyone looks like, okay, under my webcam, you can see 242,000 guaranteed. It's a pretty nice payday. And we get a 70K page up if we can survive one guy. Damien Salas, he played, I think he only played 12 Super Millions, if I recall correctly.
He's got the perfect profile. Hey, and now his profile looks even better, Nanonoko. It was 117, right? Or 119, whatever it was. Now it looks even better.
Yep.
At least 113. I mean, perfect tournament history.
Damien Salas, he played Super Millions 12 times, 3 cashes. Obviously, he's definitely way in the profit now. And let's take a look at the little Sami here. Where is he? Caliporo's got 32 Super Million appearances, 277K in earnings, so he's definitely in a profit now. Yeah, he had his previous finishes were a 7th and an 8th place, so actually quite poor performances. But I don't think he came in with big stack either, so it's not so bad. Really, I think they're both pretty fine plays. So he's going to go for the limp call and a nice flop for him. For Caliporo's
a little
hand,
more exciting. Yeah, go ahead.
you should check. But what card did you want? A 3 on the turn?
No, I just kind of want to see Damien Salas to win this hand, because at this point it really felt that for the last 90 minutes we are watching a highlight reel of how Calipuro won the high roller Super Millions, even though it's unfolding live in front of our eyes. It just feels super inevitable. So it'd be cool to see these other guys pick up a couple chips here and there.
So I'd probably throw in a little value bet here. Yeah. Nice bet.
It's hard to make a pair, especially top pair. He's pretty good, 1.6. I believe this is the most amount of chips that Damien Salas has had all night long, right? Or maybe one time he was above 6 million, but 6-1 I think is the absolute highest he got. That's good. They're back. I gotta feel that Pocket Threes has done very well at these final tables. Yeah, I know that the meme is that Pocket Fours always make a set, and that's for me absolutely the case in every other tournament. Pocket Threes have done amazing, mate. Like, it's a set like every 3 hands or something.
Oh, but it's not doing amazing now because Damien Salas has checked back the flop of a flush draw and has turned a flush.
Yeah, but look at Darren Elias. He has the ace high potential flush, the flush draw, and he also has the gutter ball to the straight. Exactly. 3-way all in. Let's send it, Nanonoko. Let's get it over with. We can watch some Champions League. It's pretty insane, right? You turn a flush and then somebody bets and there's a call. You're like, what?
I think I raise. I wouldn't expect Sami to make some crazy play if I raise there. So
imagine if Sami bets and Darren Elias shoves. Okay, well, Darren obviously cannot shove.
Well, I know someone that would shove, Kotenikov.
Because it's so insane. But you're probably right. It's like 200K extra. He's like, I've got the ace of clubs, mate. What are you going to do?
Yeah. I think he's contemplating if he should raise. That's why he's thinking it's not to fold. Besides to just call. And nice play. Wow, he's the chip leader.
You know what they say. Action. Yep, I think ace-9 is going to call. Unless you don't need it. Sometimes they just hold. But it's basically the best starting hand in poker. We're about to witness it again.
Oh, you drilled it.
Maybe not. He's going to need a 4 and a 4 only on the river. Or we are heads up. That's not a 4. No, the 4. It's Pocket Threes. I'm going to scrap the statement. From now on, Pocket Threes always flop a set. Nanonoko. Already did it twice. GG to Darren Elias. He has won the high roller Super Millions twice before. Where you bought in with Jen or something. I don't know. It was like 40 players only. I got heads up against a Russian dude. And I was like, yo, man, you want to make a deal? And I went for the only Russian I knew. I was like, hey, Bratan, which is like brother. It's like, hey, Bratan, you want to make a deal? Because I had the feeling this guy was pretty good. And I don't think I'm very good at heads up. And he said, no, bro, let's play. And I was like, damn it, I'm already owned. But then I sucked out. I went all in with a pair of 6s or something. And he had 8s. Got him on the ropes. We basically had even stacks.
Do you want to make a deal now? This is just a sign of strong heads-up play. I don't know if he's going to get the 8 to fold, but this is what you absolutely should be doing when a board texture runs out this way. Nice.
Well,
I don't blame the fold.
I don't blame the fold either. And a while ago, I would have always folded in similar spots myself. But after watching all the Daniel Negreanu against Dog Pork, and I legitimately watched like 80 to 100 hours of it, I think I'll make those calls now, man, where it's just like,
yeah, and it's also because, you know, people are getting very good, so they know they need to turn their hands into bluff, even with ace highs. You know, when it comes out, like, when those cards hit those middling straight draw cards where, okay, maybe they have a pair that's like third pair now, and they won't call anyway. So you need to be thinking about these hands. Top pair, yeah, it's quite big, actually. It has to be, right?
Yep.
Just has to be. I think you should fire again with the queen 9 of clubs. I don't know. It just feels like, say my opponent was 3-betting an ace queen, an ace jack, an ace and ace king. This is I like the bet. It's not going to work, but I like it.
Or the king of clubs, you know, very irrelevant.
Yeah, very, very possible. It's a 3 though. It's a blank. And wow, Damien Salas could get a very big chip lead as long as he doesn't fold his hand.
Yeah, exactly. The 3, even though it's not good for Sammy, it does make it very fun for us. We've seen a couple of blast offs tonight, Nana. Oh, he checks it back. 8-7. Damian Salas now takes a monstrous lead in the heads-up match. Your opponent is doing this with King Jack, right? That's possible too. So I don't mind the fold there either. But it does feel like all of a sudden it became a bit harder for Lrslzk to really chip up, right? Like, yeah, he's winning some pots, Nano, but his stack is not really going anywhere.
He's got a tough opponent. I mean, all right, here we go.
Open ender for Damian.
Yeah, this is a multi-barrel hand. Really, it's my opponent's gonna check call a flop of king highs, pair of deuces, ace highs, and they will fold if they don't have. This makes a lot of sense. It's not gonna work, but I like it a lot.
Well, you say it's not gonna work. There are a couple of river cards that would make it work. That's not one of them, unless we get really crazy on the river. But I think he's.
To be fair, the king is a good. It's hard for his opponent to call, right? Because he's multi-barreling king jack, king 10, 10 jack. It's credible if he bets again.
Well, we have to bet really big, I think. Like if you bet one, that is. And for the first time in a while, I feel that Lrslzk has a very difficult decision to make, and he folds the queen. Very well played by Damian Salas. I mean, the main event champ of the hybrid edition. Oh, this could be a massive one, Nanonoko. Expecting a raise.
Crown the 10K Super Million champ with 2 9s. He's the main event champ. Let's just crown it here. He's the main event champ. Don't you feel like the stars are aligned perfectly right now, Roddy? Like it just meant to be.
Here we go. Damian Salas with pocket 9s against ace queen. No, there's the queen though. We need a 9 and a 9 only. If we don't get a 9, Lrslzk will once again take the lead. That's not a 9. Well, all right. At least we have some more poker to enjoy. Almost 11-1. Hey, not bad. That's a buy-in 1-2 Omaha, pretty much. Close enough, Nana.
Pretty good.
Make a little donation.
So you'd be up for sure in final table bets if he wins. Like you didn't spread out $25 on every single person at the final table.
No. Today, just 2 bets, basically $42 invested. If he wins it, a 180 return or 187. It's pretty good. Look at this. Ooh. Raising it up with the 6-9. I think all he sees is 6-9, mate. And he's like, let's meme. This is a really good meme, yeah.
Do you notice his raise size too? He threw a 6-9 in there too, 690K.
See? He's memeing. Blinds go up. We haven't even reached 100K, 200K yet. Normally we have like 4 players left when we reach that level.
I think you're right. So,
and it potentially be over, but I don't really see them jamming 55 or 60 big blinds. Unless it's really like aces versus kings or something.
But should be some action here. We expect a 3-bet and a call usually with these types of hands and these stack sizes. Ace Jack is definitely strong enough to 3-bet. So here is the 984,000 snap calls and favors a 3-better.
Really not a whole lot going there for Sammy Calapuro. Couple backdoor straight draws, but bottom end of it just doesn't look very good. You don't want to give up on big pots that easily, but this is just a really bad flop, so I don't really mind. It's a lot of work, but if you guess the winning hand, you get like $3,000. So I think a lot of people are willing to record a 9-second video for $3,000, Nanonoko.
You know, some people, they're definitely rigging the deck a little bit, right? Like just do some shuffle, make sure they get 2 aces on top or something, right? But there's people out there legitimately doing 2 random cards again, the 10-5 offsuit. I guess I'm submitting this video. I'm going to the 10-5 offsuit.
10-8 betting out here. Damian Salas has top pair. But yeah, guys, we normally never really ask for likes, and I believe it doesn't do that much. But yeah, if you are here and you're enjoying the show tonight, let GG Poker know that you are enjoying these videos, or at least the coverage of these final tables. So give it a little like. It takes you like a second. I have to admit, I've never been that much of a YouTube guy myself, Nanonoko. I kind of love Twitch. I love the live interaction. I know that's possible.
Sammy, we know he likes to overbet, right? Like he's been doing this in some of these spots. He might just go 1.5 million, and then we get a check raise. Well, Damian does make the call.
I mean, it's a pretty big pot now, but there's still 8.8 million left on the side of Lrslzk. So Forgive me for fulfilling the
no.
wishes of our producer. Like, let's go ahead and play it. Bam! I get obliterated. Ace King against pocket fours. Drawing dead on the flop, Nanonoko. It's a good life.
A little 3-bet action. Got called by the 10-9. And the funny thing is, and if an 8 rolls off, it's also a non-club one, guaranteed.
Yep.
Clean outs to the nuts, potentially pairing, and could take it away for your opponent if he's just got.
Oh my God! Come on, you are kidding.
I was joking. Okay.
When you said clean outs to the nuts, I was like, well, he's got 2 of them. How real is that, really? Damien Sellers with the check. He thinks he's trapping his opponent. I have the feeling that Sammy is absolutely going to try to build this spot even a bit bigger than it already is. Now, obviously, Damien Sellers does have outs. You know, any jack, any 6, any 7, or the last 8 is good enough for him to still win this.
I still think he'd pay off just because, you know, like even this card, it's not a bad card. His stacks are going in. Like it's a 3-bet pot, so stack to pot ratio is smaller. There's no reason for him not to get it in. Even my baby thinks it's crazy.
Oh, that's
even my baby. All in the call. It has to be. There's no way.
Damien Sellers is really taking his sweet time, which obviously is a compliment in and by itself. The fact that he is thinking about folding a set here. He's only got 1 minute left, Nanonoko. The time bank that you mentioned a couple of hours ago, he does make the call in the end. I don't think anyone can blame him. The set of 8s is no good.
Most certainly. I don't know. It's kind of just a question of, does he double the next hand or not? I think this is all in, potentially.
Yeah.
Potentially.
I feel like if I was Scalapuro,
whose cards these are.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like if I was Scalapuro, I would jam. Okay, well, now.
Okay.
This could very well be it, right? Damien Sellers flop stop pair.
It's over. It's over. Like, there are some chances usually, but this one is literally over. Literally.
Running 8s?
No, it's
8-8. I've seen it, Nanonoko. I've seen it.
No, this is bad.
He raises. This is probably going to do it, guys. Semi flop top 2 pair. We do have the 10 of diamonds on the turn.
Yeah, it's a small bet.
I would absolutely jam 100%. That's all it is.
It'd be amazing if he folds, but really, I don't think he can. It's over.
That's it. That is it. Damien Sellers is drawing dead here. I cannot possibly win this hand. Lrslzk, Sammy Calapuro is the one to win the 36th edition of the High Roller Super Millions. He walks away with $408,000. He came in as 8th place, guys. Just like Ben CB did a couple of weeks ago. That seems to be the magic spot. Either you come in as chip lead or you come in 8th place. Played an amazing tournament. Obviously got a little lucky in the heads up with the ace queen against 9s. If he doesn't win that one, the tournament is all over. Congratulations to the